Well, hello there, Dom.
Hey. Well, I will take some of your meatball chili surprise. And what would you suggest to go with that?
Well, you gotta have your beans. I'd suggest them mild or refried. I would definitely stay away from any of that spicy stuff, or you're gonna want some Pepto-Bismol.
Hey yo, nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Pepto-Bismol, bounce, bounce. Pepto-Bismol, bounce, bounce.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're about to order.
Oui, monsieur. I would take a double order of what you suggested.
Coming right up. Pretty funny, eh?
I agree. What do you think, General?
It was less than amusing.
Then why don't you tell us one with more pizzazz, eh, mate?
Yeah. Okay. It all started when I was a young private in military school. Sergeant Slaughter had just enlisted, and we didn't quite see eye to eye. I was the head honcho of my squad, and Slaughter came to challenge me for the spot. We settled on some of our first arguments with our fists. Then my right-hand man, Ben Harmeen, suggested that I would derive more pleasure from openly humiliating him in public. It was by this suggestion that hold on a second. Stevens. Yeah. Okay. Stalin! Sergeant Slaughter, how can I put this nicely? Unhappy. May I ask you one simple question? How in tarnations did you manage to lose 5 of the world's largest, not to mention most important, rubies out in the middle of nowhere?
Well, that's just it, General. We have absolutely no idea.
Then tell me what you do know.
We know the rubies were real when we first arrived. White inspected them himself. So I suppose it must have happened in the confusion this morning.
What confusion?
Hanks came back to the fort early in the morning after going for a jog or something. He claimed to have seen a duplicate of himself while he was out. None of us believed him, so we went to see for ourselves. All we found was some Cobra tech that we took back to the fort to analyze. When we arrived to the fort, we saw Hanks stealing the rubies, but Hanks was also behind us. We quickly ran after the one with the rubies, but eventually lost him. We did, however, retrieve the rubies, or so we thought. Upon later inspection, White discovered they were, what was that term, Jim?
A synthetic polymer of hydrocarbons, or more commonly known as plastics. Plastics? What do you mean plastics? Don't talk to me about plastics. Are you kidding me? Plastics?
Yeah, anyway, that's where we are now.
Objective failed. Return to GHQ immediately. Shouldn't have had those beans.